We all have that one excuse we recycle every time we don't try something new. I'm just not built for that. Cute story. Let's find out where that story actually came from. A man visiting a circus once stopped in front of a massive elephant, easily 10,000 pounds of muscle and bone. It stood there calmly, held in place by nothing more than a thin rope tied to a small wooden stake in the ground. No chain, no cage. Just a rope a child could probably snap with a little effort. He turned to the trainer nearby, confused. Why doesn't it just pull the stake out and walk away? It clearly could. The trainer smiled, like someone who had answered this exact question 100 times before. When they're babies, he said, we tie them with a rope exactly like that one. They pull, they strain, they throw their entire small body against it, over and over for weeks. But a baby elephant isn't strong enough yet to break that rope. So eventually, it stops trying. And here's the part that matters, the trainer said. It never tries again. Not at 6 months old, not at 6 years old. Not now, fully grown, strong enough to uproot a tree. The elephant isn't tied down by the rope anymore, he said. It's tied down by a memory. The man stood there for a long moment, staring at 10,000 pounds of unused strength standing perfectly still. Here's the uncomfortable part of this story. You are not actually afraid of the thing you think you're afraid of. You're afraid of what happened the one time, or the 5 times. You tried it years ago and it didn't work. The job application you never sent, because of a rejection from a version of you that existed a decade ago. The relationship you keep yourself from fully showing up in, because of a heartbreak that has nothing to do with the person standing in front of you right now. The dream you quietly buried because a teacher, a parent, or your own younger self once decided you weren't capable of it. That rope snapped a long time ago. You're just still standing exactly where it once held you. The question was never, can you break free? You already could. You've been strong enough for years. The actual question is whether you're willing to test a rope you've never bothered to pull on again. Most people go their whole lives standing next to a stake that stopped holding them years ago. If this story made you wonder what rope you've stopped pulling on, that's exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe to Guiding Light and let's keep learning these life lessons together, one story at a time. And tell me in the comments, what's one rope from your past that you're still standing next to, even though you could walk away right now?